Hi, my name is Katrin, and on behalf of myself and the wonderful gemstone yoni, I'd like to talk about pelvic pain today. In particular, the body response of vaginismus. Vaginismus is something that I experienced for 6 years, and this is when the pelvic floor involuntarily contracts at either the anticipation of sexual penetration or at the attempt of it. So what this might look like is your pelvic floor gets so tight in an intimate situation, not allowing your partner in or a sex toy in, and in cases that serve as the first red flag for many people, not even allowing the penetration in an attempt of inserting a tampon. So vaginismus is near and dear to my heart in so many ways, since it really shaped the way that my sexuality developed in my early teens and throughout my life, as I realized that something was going on in my body that wasn't everybody's experience. And of course, the experience of painful sex can bring on so many challenges in our lives that are both physical in the body, related to pain and anxiety and stress when it comes to our intimate lives, but also emotionally and energetically, with decrease in confidence and desire to talk about or observe anything related to intimacy and sex, even bracing away from, sex scenes in the media and in movies, just because they remind us of what our body isn't currently able to do. And as any natural experience of pain creates in our bodies, it is this avoidance of the act itself, of anything related to sexuality. And this was definitely the case for me, where my libido lowered, sex drive went out the door, because any action that was in itself intimate with a partner or with myself was simply a reminder of the frustration I had around what my body wasn't yet capable of doing. So vaginismus spans into a wide variety of personal challenges in life. And a huge one that I struggled with, and now I help people in overcoming vaginismus with, is getting our sex drive back, getting that libido back in our bodies, and creating the positive, healthy relationship to intimate pleasure in ourselves. Specifically getting present in the body, again, because many of us tend to dissociate from the body since we've experienced so much pain related to our genitals in particular, but as a whole in our nervous system. So one such way to create that desire back in our nervous system for intimate play, for sex, whether that is penetrative or not. Remember, penetrative sex is just one little piece of what sex is. But one such way is creating the stimulation in other parts of our body, not necessarily going for the genitals right away. And by stimulation, I mean activation of the energy, that sexual flow moving through us that we may have forgotten the feeling of, to be honest, for days or weeks, months, and in some cases even years. So starting up the machinery and creating sexual arousal is a really important part of overcoming pelvic pain. So how do we go about doing this? Of course, there are many practices and techniques to help get our libido back, but one main one is activating the energy in our heart center, and in particular in our breasts. Because for vulva owners and people of all sorts, but specifically vulva owners as a category, turn on really does start from this heart connection with our own bodies and with a partner. And of course, it is supported by the mind as well, in order to then create the arousal in the genitals. But the heart center is kind of where it starts, because if we have this closing here, if we have a closing energetically to ourselves or to a partner, then we can't quite complete the chain to create the arousal in the genitals. And the Taoist tradition supports this in saying that yes, the genitals contribute to health, optimal health in the rest of the body, hormonal, the limbic system, etc. And that is also supported by the optimal function in the breasts. So the way that the breasts can be in an energetically open and healthy way without certain blockages that and emotional pain and trauma that we may actually be holding in those parts of our bodies. So when it comes to starting off a practice with ourselves, in order to create this holistic sense of sexual arousal and get back to those parts of ourselves that we may have sheltered for a long time, a practice like breast massage can be incredibly beautiful and helpful in moving sexual energy through our body. For myself, I have found this to be really beautiful in getting back in touch with my body and specifically my breasts. And see if you can relate to this, but I imagine many of us have this blah relationship to our breasts. Perhaps there are some memories or emotional turmoil associated with that part of our body that has sort of stayed with us as we've grown and matured into the people that we are today. And for me, having a resistance to the feminine, as you might call it, or the omega energy within me has really been a thing in my life. I definitely had this resentment of being a woman, in particular brought by the pain I was experiencing in my genitals, but even earlier in my life for quite a few reasons that I share with my clients, and really interesting personal stories that you may want to hear. But that resentment to being a woman and the blah relationship resulting to my breasts really created this area of my body as being just neutral and or less than neutral in terms of how I felt about my breasts. And breast massage has helped me create a healthier relationship to this part of my body, an appreciation of sorts, a gratitude of our lady lumps. And that in itself contributed to having a higher sex drive, a more consistent libido that I was missing for many years. So with this background, I want to tell you that I have a particular breast massage technique and practice that I've included in a step-by-step process in a written blog on this topic, on the topic of sexual arousal and libido. And that there are some beautiful tools in supporting this sort of massage practice that are crystal in nature. And crystals are beautiful in the way that they can help us come back to an energetic balance within the body and to aid in emotional healing as well. So I just want to feature one of these crystal tools by Gemstone Yoni around this conversation. This is a breast and womb massager by Gemstone Yoni, and this is the fire quartz crystal. This is similar to a hand. This is what the sizing is like. And although you can use your hands to achieve the breast massage technique and to do that fully and completely, a crystal would be a really nice addition to this practice because it creates that energetic addition to your practice as a result of the unique vibration of each crystal. And it also creates a more luxurious experience, I would say. For me personally, this is how I perceived it. The shape is a little bit curved in here, being quite nice for gliding across the skin, whether on your breasts or any other part of your body. This is specifically designed as a breast and womb massager, but you can use it for touch on all areas of your skin. And fire quartz in particular helps in promoting clarity and also in managing and overcoming anxiety. So creating that sense of calm in the nervous system as you're being really present in your breast massage or womb massage practice. So I would love to know what your thoughts are on breast massage. Have you tried it before? What have been the benefits for you? Have you felt a sense of aliveness in this practice as you've continued it in your life or added it in different parts of your life? And what has been the impact on your sexual drive and libido? And on top of that, what do you think about using a tool as this? Have you used one before? How did it shape your breast massage practice? I would love to know. And once again, supporting ourselves through a sexual healing journey is such a beautiful part of life. It really has so much to offer, this other side of sexual pain, past all the emotional turmoil and the periods in our life of many, many challenges with our personal selves and in our relationships. So I hope you take away a breast massage practice as a worthwhile technique to add to your routine, and of course, see how you like in incorporating a crystal in this for yourself. Again, this was Katrin on behalf of Gemstone Yoni, and I hope you have a wonderful day.